Hi guys, my name is Yugal Krishna and today I'm going to teach you how to solve complex RC and RL circuit in just 1 minute. As you see, each and every year we solve lots of problems based on that topic, and today we'll see how can we easily manipulate that questions using exponential decay method. So let's just start this process. First of all, let me tell you something about what is RC circuit, and we studied it in two ways. First charging and then discharging. So for example, we have a capacitor here, then we have a resistance here, and the battery is connected to it. Are you getting my point? So capacitor, resistor, and a battery, and the capacitor is initially uncharged. So as soon as I close this switch, so we can see charge on the capacitor does not change instantaneously or suddenly. Why? Because there is a resistance in this path. Okay, so the charge on the capacitor will increase rapidly. So at t is equal to 0, that means just after closing the switch. When we close the switch, so we can see because charge on the capacitor is 0, so now can we say as you can say, voltage on the capacitor is also 0, right? So if voltage on the capacitor is also 0, we can treat the capacitor like a conducting wire. As I said, when an uncharged capacitor is connected with battery, then its charge is 0 initially, hence potential difference across it 0 initially. At this time, this capacitor can be treated as a conducting wire. So whenever you got a question, and in question they ask you, find the calculate at t barabar 0 or just after closing the switch, then all we have to do, just replace this capacitor by a conducting wire. So that is our first condition. Our next condition is t is equal to infinite, or you can say after a long time. Okay, anything out of these two terms can be used at either t is equal to infinite or after a long time. So now can we see, now the capacitor is fully charged, or if capacitor is fully charged, so current in the resistance is approximately 0. Why? Because the final charge on the capacitor is plus CE and minus CE. So we can treat this capacitor like a battery, or if this battery, the potential difference across this capacitor is E. Now, these two potential difference cancel out each other. Now, as you can see, since the V net is equal to 0 in the circuit, so the current is equal to 0 in the circuit. So what we have learned till now, if we talk about charge and the current, then T is equal to 0, charge is 0, and the current is maximum. Okay, and T is equal to infinite, charge is maximum, and the current is 0. That's our basic fundamental. Okay, so whenever we need to solve a capacitor at T is equal to infinite, so what we gonna do? We just replace this capacitor with what? With open wire. So far, if we are calculating at t is equal to 0, replace the capacitor by a conducting wire, and t is equal to infinite, replace the capacitor by a open wire. Now, next to the point, for example, I have this question for you. Find out current I1, I2 and I3, charge on the capacitor, and dq by dt of the capacitor in the circuit which is initially uncharged. This thing is very much important. Okay, if the capacitor is not initially uncharged, then we cannot replace the capacitor by conducting wire at t is equal to 0. So as soon as we know the capacitor is initially uncharged, and there are the two situations. First, just after the switch is closed, that means t is equal to 0. We better call it t is equal to 0 plus. That means just after closing the switch. And the next time is t is equal to infinite. Let's solve them one by one. First of all, at t is equal to 0. Now, what did I told you? We replace capacitor by a conducting wire. Why? Because there is no potential difference across the capacitor, because there is no charge across it. So just we replace the capacitor by a conducting wire, and then we redraw the circuit like this. One sec. Then we redraw the circuit like this. Okay. Now that is our circuit. We have a battery. We have three resistance R, R, and R. And here you can see the capacitor is being replaced by a conducting wire. Now these two resistance are in parallel. So can I say it is R by 2? And this R by 2 resistance is in series with this resistance. So what is the value of R net? it is R plus R by 2. That means 3R by 2. What is the net value of current? It is E divided by 3R by 2. That means what? 2E divided by 3R. So the current passing through the battery is I1, and we can say I1 is 2E divided by 3R. That is our first condition. Okay. Now, this I1 is got distributed in two parts. First in this resistance, second is this resistance, I2 and I3. And as we know, these I2 and I3 are the current which is flowing between two parallel resistance. And we also know in parallel, voltage is equal. So the current is directly proportional to 1 by R. And since resistance are same, so I2 is equal to I3. And we already know I1 is equal to I2 plus I3 using KCL. So can I say finally, I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I1 by 2, which is E divided by 2R. So we calculate I1, we calculate I2, we calculate I3. Charge on the capacitor is what? 0 at t barabar 0. And what is dq by dt? dq by dt means rate of flowing charge through the capacitor, which is in this branch, which is what? I3. So dq by dt is I3, which is equal to what? E divided by what? 3R. Not 2R, guys. It is 3R. Got it? Now, coming to the next point. Now, after a long time when the switch is closed. So, as I told you, after a long time when the switch is closed, what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do the replace this by an open wire. So, we replace this by an open wire, and then we can see, for example, let me teach it to you guys. 1 second. Let me just add a slide. Black screen. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna tell you, now we have a capacitor at t is equal to infinite. So we have a battery, we have a resistance, we have another resistance, and then we can see at t is equal to infinite, we replace the capacitor by an open wire. So there is no current flow in the circuit. That means I3 barabar 0, that dq by dt is also 0. First thing. Now we have only two resistance in series. So the current I1 is equal to I2 is equal to E divided by 2R. Those two are connected in series. And finally, charge on the capacitor. That's a tricky one. As you can see across this branch, delta V. The current flowing is I2. So delta V is equal to I2R. That means E divided by 2 R multiplied by R. That means E by 2. Now what I got finally, my point is charge on capacitor is C delta V, which is CE by 2. That's my point, guys. Got it? Okay. Coming to the next one. RC circuit charging. So far we have studied at two conditions. First, at t is equal to 0. Second, at t is equal to infinite. But what happened between those two instants? Because t is equal to 0, charge on the capacitor is 0, and this charge keeps on increasing. As you can see in this animation, this charge keeps on increasing and increasing and increasing. At one point of time, this charge will become maximum, but that point is at infinite. So what happened between those two instants? Let me tell you. We can calculate it by using integration. How? There is very small integration, as you can see. Now all you have to do, you just need to apply Kirchhoff voltage law. For example, at any time, voltage on battery is E, the current passing through this I, and the charge on the capacitor is plus Q and minus Q. So you can apply Kirchhoff voltage law from this point. For example, E minus IR minus Q by C is equal to 0. Now all you need to do, just put I is equal to dq by dt. And you can got it, Q is equal to EC into 1 minus e raised to power minus t by RC. Here RC is called time constant. I'm not going to prove that. We can study it later. Right? So now we got charge at any point. For the current, I put dq by dt. It will be E by R, e raised to power minus t by RC. So charge keeps on increasing and the current keeps on decreasing. That's very simple, I think. But the most important, when T is equal to RC, now you can put it into these equations. The charge on the capacitor is CE 1 minus e raised to power minus 1. It is what? It is CE 1 minus e raised to power minus 1. You just need to remember 0.37. That means 0.63 CE. So now you can see when the time is equal to RC, which is also called time constant, charge on the capacitor will become 63%, or in other words, as I told you, the shortcut one, the process is 63% complete. So far for this current also, now the process is decreasing the current. So process is 63% completed. That means the current left is 37%. So here we learn two things. First, the charge keeps on increasing, current keeps on decreasing. And the second one, value of time constant at which process is completed by 63%. Now, coming to the next point. Now we have a shortcut. Now, how can we use that? For example, time between Q1 and Q2. As you can see, initially T is equal to 0. The charge is, let's say, and this is current. Charge is, let's say, 0. Current is I0. Right? T is equal to T1. Charge is what? Q1. Current is I1. T is equal to T2. Charge is Q2. Current is I2. And T is equal to infinite. Charge is Q0. That means maximum charge. And the current is 0. So what is the shortcut? Now using this formula, we can derive this shortcut also. Okay. What is the shortcut? For example, in so many questions, they ask you, what is the initially, let's say charge is 0.3 Q0. After some time, charge is 0.7 Q0. Okay. So what is the time difference between them? For example, this is Q1, this is Q2. The time is T1, this time is T2. So what is time difference between them? That means T2 minus T1. It will be, guys, ln Q0 minus 0.3 Q0 divided by Q0 minus 0.7 Q0 RC, and it will be what? It will be ln 7 by 3 RC. You can do it directly. No need to use any other formula. You can do it directly if you know the shortcut. Okay, so this might be very useful for you. Same goes for current. For example, initially current is I0, I0 to I0 by 2. Time is what? ln 2 RC. Now you can see, you can do it directly. Okay. Moving to the next point, RC current discharging. Okay. So here we have the current will decrease at T barabar 0. T is equal to 0. Current is maximum, which is I0. Charge is maximum, which is Q0. T is equal to infinite. The capacitor will become fully discharged. Current is become 0 and the charge will also become 0. So I don't think there won't be an issue while solving these types of questions because the equation of the current is remains same. I0 e raised to power minus T by RC. Now so many people can ask, sir, what is I0? Because there is no battery, right? So you can see I0 is Q0 by C divided by R. Q0 by C is the initial voltage across the capacitor, divided by R. R means resistance. Got it? Okay. Now the shortcut will remain same. For the current, they will be same, and for the charge, there will a minor change, ln Q1 by Q2, just like current. For example, initially charge is Q0. Now I ask you, what is the time from Q0 to Q0 by 3? You simply say ln 3 RC. 1 second, guys. You simply say ln 3 RC, right? ln 3 RC. Now, if I ask you what is the time from Q0 by 3 to Q0 by 5, because the capacitor keeps on discharging. So what you can say, it is ln 5 by 3 RC. That is the shortcut from my side. Okay, it might be useful for advanced questions also, advanced level questions also. Okay, we'll brief about it later. If number of resistance are more than 1, okay, sometimes you got these questions. If number of resistance are more than one, then how can we calculate at t barabar 0, t barabar infinite? I already told you, right? T barabar 0, we calculated it, replace the capacitor by a conducting wire. T is equal to infinite, replace the capacitor by an open wire. But now what happens between those two instants? If there are more than one resistance, then how can we calculate charge on the capacitor at any time t? So I gave you some shortcuts. What? First of all, we have to find Q final on the capacitor. Then we can calculate time constant. How can we calculate time constant? Time constant ke liye for what we need, tau is equal to R net into C, right? For tau, we need R net into C. And for R net, I gave you a shortcut. Short circuit the battery and calculate R net across the capacitor. For example, in this case, we need to short circuit the battery and we need to calculate R net across the capacitor. So it will be what? R in parallel, which is R by 2 plus R. So R net, which is what? 3R by, that's it. Okay, if number of resistors are more than 1. So, now, can we calculate it? Find the charge on the capacitor as a function of time, as I already told you. Final, Q final, we calculated it. It is CE by 2. And R net, we calculated in the previous slides. It is 3R by 2. So my final charge at any time is CE by 2 into 1 minus e raised to power minus t divided by 3RC divided by 2. That will be my final answer. As you can see, it will be CE by 2 into 1 minus e raised to power minus 2t divided by 3RC. Got the point, guys? Okay. Now, if capacitor have already have a charge, then what will happen? These questions they ask in some of the advanced exam, I think 2014 or 15. If capacitor already have a charge, then what we're gonna do? So we have a simple shortcut for that also. You know superposition method, right? We keeps on using in different chapters. Now in this chapter, we are also gonna use it. We need to treat charging and discharging circuit separate. That's the only shortcut. For example, in these questions, okay, what is the questions? Questions, let me see. Yeah. Initially, this switch is at, let's say, what? This switch is at, let's say, okay, we have something in our mind. Initially, let's say this switch is S2. Now, capacitor will keeps on charging, okay. Now, after that, it will discharge. No, it will not gonna be that method. Let me tell you, yeah, that is the question. Initially, let's say this is 2E. Initially, switch is on 1. Okay, so after a long time, as you can see, charge on the capacitor is CE. Am I right? Not CE, actually it is 2CE because the potential across the battery is 2E. Okay, now at t is equal to 0, we swap the key from one point to second, one location to second location. Now what we will have, as you can see, now we have a capacitor. And the charge on the capacitor, as I can see, it is 2CE. It is minus 2CE. We have a resistance and we have a battery E. So now two processes will happen simultaneously. First, this charge on the capacitor will gonna keeps on decreasing and this battery will keeps charging the capacitor. So now you can see the charge on the capacitor is 2CE e raised to power minus t by RC plus CE 1 minus e raised to power minus t by RC. So I combine those two methods, that is discharging, that is charging, and here you can see we can calculate it easily, right? One more point, as you can see, that is my last point. Now you can see the charge on the initial charge on the capacitor is C1, or now we connected this like this. They ask me what is the final charge. So that question is I'm going to leave to you guys. You guys can solve it easily. And that's the end of the today's chapter. But before that, we can apply the same circuit solution to RL circuit also. What happened in the RL circuit? There are two types of circuit. Current keeps on increasing, that means, and current keeps on decreasing. The formula is simple. I naught into 1 minus e raised to power minus RT by L, and in this formula I naught e raised to power minus RT by L. These two formulas are very much important, and you can use the shortcut also. As I told you, हमारे पास में what we can do, we have this shortcut just like the capacitance, I naught minus I1 divided by I naught minus I2 into R, and for discharging ln I1 by I2 into L by R. Okay, so I think you guys understood what I'm gonna do. Now let's solve this circuit. In the following circuit, the switch is closed at t is equal to 0. Switch is closed at t is equal to 0. Initially there is no current in the inductor. Find out current in the inductor coil as a function of time. Find out current in the inductor coil as a function of time. That means current keeps on increasing. So what formula we have? I naught into 1 minus e raised to power minus RT by L. That is the formula, right? Now, first point is, instead of R, we replace it with R net. And second point is, I naught, we need to calculate the maximum amount of current. So, you remember the key. What? Just like capacitor, everything in inductor is inverse. How? At t is equal to 0, we treat capacitor as a conducting wire. T is equal to infinite, we treat capacitor as an open wire. Now situation is reverse. T barabar 0, there is no current, so the inductor will be replaced by open wire, and t barabar infinite, because there is maximum current, so this will be replaced by a closed wire. So again we can replace by a closed wire. To calculate R net, what we're gonna do? First, replace the battery by conducting wire and calculate resistance across the inductor. It will be again 3R by 2. I think you got my point. And what is the value of I naught? At t barabar infinite, current in the battery is what? As you can see, the total resistance is R and R. It is R by 2 plus R. This is 3R by 2. So the total current is E divided by 3R by 2. That means 2E by 3R. So the current passing through the inductor is I naught is equal to E divided by. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you understood the concept, you understood the shortcut, and we'll meet next time. Till then, goodbye, take care, bye-bye.